What's going on? I'm King Cole and welcome back to the 5 Stack, where I give you 5 reasons why you should tune into the LCS. And to steal a line from The Sound of Music, let's start at the very beginning, which, is a very good place to start, with reason number 1. After entering this week with so much hope after upgrading at the jungle position, Golden Guardians still just aren't quite there. After signing former Dignitas jungler River, GG seemed to be saying that they were going all in on making a run for playoffs, but it's gonna be hard to make a run when you stumble right out of the gate. Going into the weekend, GG sat at 4-7, needing to go on a near explosive run to have any hope at making noise in the postseason. But after falling to CLG and TSM, GG now find themselves in an even deeper hole as their hopes of making playoffs get dimmer and dimmer. But don't count them out just yet. While their chances are looking grim, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and as long as there is a mathematical chance, I'm not counting them out. And as you know, it takes time for teams to gel. So, will this week be more of the same, or are Golden Guardians setting up for the dark horse run of a lifetime?
Stack's done into Stixxay. Do they go for more? The health bar's too low. They decide, you know what? Cut the wave down. Okay. Stixxay takes the aggro, 2 shots, walks away. Shime's gonna drop push back. He might trade 2.
It's 2.
Away, he will drop a double kill, but it is Golden XP dropped in the bottom lane.
Reason number 2, the sole owner of last place Dignitas got absolutely baptized by 100 Thieves. Now, you may be asking, why am I talking about a last place team as a reason I should watch the LCS? And you kinda have a valid point. Except that with rumors circling about LCS teams looking to sell their spot, the bottom half of the standings start to look a lot more interesting. Not only that, the way the Dignitas roster responds after taking the beatings they did last weekend could have a substantial impact on the future of the LCS. Confused? Let me explain. After essentially sacrificing the rest of the season by choosing to trade River and call up 3 academy players, the way this young core responds and grows throughout the season could be the determining factor on whether or not Dignitas could be in the LCS next season.
Talking about, and that is a 3rd solo kill.
Continuing the trend of disappointment, probably perhaps the most disappointing team in the LCS gives us reason number 3, as Team Liquid continues their spiral into mediocrity. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who was more excited for this Team Liquid roster than I was. Just see my earlier content. And watching players of TL's caliber look like just another team has been pretty rough. Currently tied for 3rd, TL's record honestly makes them look better than they are, because after going 3-0 in week 1, Team Liquid has gone 1-1 every week since, which, looking at this team, is frankly unacceptable. It does appear, however, that Team Liquid are not blind to their own issues, as multiple members of the team have publicly expressed disappointment in their own play and have said that they're committed to working out the issues. And the thought that lurks in the back of everyone's mind is that if this roster figures it out, they're going to be terrifying. But will that thought become a reality, or will it remain a thought and wind up becoming one of the greatest disappointments in LCS history?
What happens to C9 now? The axes are flying, and Sven's still dying. Blippo tries to find another, but Berserker's able to get away. TL may have lost the Baron, but they find 3 kills.
But enough of all this negative stuff, because you know who's not a disappointment? Evil Geniuses, which gives us reason number 4. Because after falling to 100 Thieves last week in just their 2nd loss of the season, EG bounced back with a vengeance, pulling out with a tense win over Immortals and crushing FlyQuest to go 2-0 for the week. Young mid laner Jojo Pune has continued his rapid rise through the ranks of the LCS, while Danny has been staking his claim for the best ADC in the league. But the true engine of Evil Geniuses, and my personal frontrunner for LCS MVP, has been their jungler Inspired. In the midst of perhaps his most impressive professional split yet, the former LEC MVP checks every jungler box you could think of. Get the ADC fed? Check. Work with his mid laner to get them ahead? Check. Say it and carry the game himself? Check. Inspired has been a Swiss Army knife at the highest level, and could be on his way to becoming the first player ever to win MVP in 2 different major regions.
Awesome. Danny trades it back. The charm lands. Jojo Kyun finds the 3rd. Holy! Inspired is freaking insane!
Finally, for reason number 5, we've been pretty negative over here today, barring the whole EG thing, so I wanted to leave you on a high note. Cloud9 finally looks to be rounding into form. While they may not be as egregious a super team as Team Liquid, Cloud9 still made headlines when they sent Fudge back to top lane, brought in Jensen, and role swapped Sven to support, fielding 5 former All-Pros, all of them first team with the exception of Berserker, who some would argue should have won first team last split. And after getting a pentakill versus FlyQuest to pretty much secure the game for C9, it's kinda hard to argue, especially this split. And in sharp contrast to last split, it looks like Berserker and Cloud9 are ramping up the closer we get to the playoffs.
Berserker! It's 3v3 here on the map! Pentangle! Berserker! Penta! Killing everyone! There it is! Berserker gets the Penta!
But that about does it for me. Thank you so much for joining me. What are you looking forward to the most this week? Let me know in the comments below. As always, remember to like and subscribe. Take it easy, be kind, and I'll see you next time.